Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo, bopping along to the music. It's louder in my ears than I think it is in yours. You've tuned into another live edition of the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. We are live, and I'm happy to be alive. Unlike popular internet opinion, I'm not dead. I know inevitably someone shows up in one of these live shows and says, "Hey, I remember you like 2 decades ago. I didn't know you were still alive." I'm like, yeah, I didn't die. I'm not like zombie Chris Pirillo. And hopefully you're live as well. Tomorrow, streaming live, apparently at 7 a.m. Pacific. 7 a.m. That's 10 a.m. Eastern, so it's more reasonable for y'all. Less reasonable for us here on the best coast, the West Coast. Google streaming their announcements, right? We've seen leaks for darn near everything at this stage, which makes you kind of wonder how much of that was controlled. We don't know. We genuinely don't know if Google was behind some of the leaks. But I thought I'd give you my take, my impressions on what I expect. It's not really my impressions. My impressions of the rumors, my expectations of the event. I will say that 7 a.m. is early. So I don't know. I know I'm probably I'm gonna lose a few points here, but I'm probably not going to be up for it. 7 a.m. That's early. I'm not going to set my alarm for like 6:30 to have coffee to watch the announcement. I'll be possibly awake partway through the announcements. So, I'm excited. I'm interested, of course, in what they're going to say, because, being a Pixel fan, having used the Pixel 2 XL and the 3 XL, I have every intention to get the Pixel 4 XL, and that means I'm going to get it no matter what. No matter, what they announce or don't announce, I'm okay with it. Kind of along for the ride, kind of the way I was with the iPhone for a number of years, all the way up until the iPhone 8 Plus, and I'll get back to that actually. Remind me if I forget. I want to get back to the iPhone 8, but after I kind of get through my thoughts on this. So I may not be awake for the announcements. I promise you I will not be live streaming tomorrow morning. TLDR will happen with then my impressions of the event, 7 p.m. Pacific. That's the time that we've kind of settled into there. Well, then you will know. You will learn whether or not I was actually awake, or I waited until it was done and then watched it on my my lunch break. I don't know yet. I upgrade the Pixel every year, not because of the hardware necessarily. Of course, you know me. I'm more of a software guy, right? Yes, it's probably going to be faster, and the rumors suggest that we're going to see a higher refresh rate, a smoother display, smooth scrolling display with a 90 hertz refresh rate over 60 hertz, typical for a smartphone. That's a feature I'd definitely be looking forward to. I'm a user of the Squeeze, of course. Not sure how the whole face authentication thing is going to fit me or suit me. I've been fine with it on the iPad Pro, so I assume I would just get used to it on the smartphone as well, with, of course, different experience, because you're talking about, a handheld device versus something that's more of a tabletop device. I'm talking about the iPad Pro. There's no other comparison between the two, but hopefully you're following along here. The bouncing ball. I expect that the only reason I would intend on upgrading, and you guys, if you want, go ahead and rewind. Go to YouTube. You can't really rewind a live video, but when I did talk about upgrading to the new iPhones pre iPhone 10, it was always for one reason, and one reason alone: the photos, the camera, right? And when I say that, let's abstract it. I don't care how many megapixels or the type of lens or how many elements. It's not for me. What is for me is the super chat. Thank you, Jarcoin123. I appreciate that. You are a special gift for me. Thank you. For me, you're a special gift. See, Ryan, you like megapixels, sure. But I want just one image that I could use. One image that I like. One image that I appreciate. I don't want to take 74 images just to get one shot. And that's always why I would upgrade to a new iPhone, pre-iPhone 10. And it's been the same for the Pixels as well. The Pixel 2 XL, the Pixel 3 XL, and then soon to be the Pixel 4 XL. I would assume that things will have steadily improved, even if it's just an incremental improvement in output quality. Awesome, because that's a chief use case for me in any smartphone, and it's really where the Pixel has excelled to this point. I really want to be very clear about this, and I hope you understand. Just recently, with the announcement of the new iPhones, iPhone 11 Plus Pro Premium Bonus Special, whatever the hell they're calling it. Sorry, I'm not slagging Apple. All these names start to get jumbled up in my head. They started, or there were a lot of comparisons between the current gen, the new gen iPhone, and last year's Pixel. So, Pixel? Weird inflection there, Chris, but okay. They were comparing the new iPhone to, well, okay, this is not exactly an old Pixel. It's a year-old device versus a new device, right? And I gotta tell you, for the most part, they were comparable. Like, in a lot of the videos that I watched, the side-by-sides that were done very, very well, no bias intact. I tend not to listen to the people say, well, clearly the iPhone did better here, or clearly the Pixel did better here. When it comes to that, I judge, with my own eyes. I'm like, okay, this is what I see. That was better. Okay, this is better. Okay, that was better. But the fact that last year's Pixel, people are comparing last year's Pixel to the new iPhone in terms of photo quality. I mean, that says it all, right? So, how much further are we going to move that ball forward? Because I doubt it's going to be regressive. There have been rumors about features, but, until it ships, until we actually see something, we don't know. And, of course, Apple's working on, with iOS 13, they're working on something else that may make, for the Pixel peepers, may make image quality better. For the people who zoom in and look at the detail. I don't know if I ever go that deep into a photo. I just want it to turn out nice. And the Pixel hasn't disappointed. So I despite going to an alternative platform as a platform of choice, that's still a driving factor for me. So I expect that they will have spent, and I don't know how to define, or I guess measure this empirically, but I believe they will have spent more time, considerably more time and attention on Deep Fusion. Thank you, DK. That's what I was thinking of. So like I said, sometimes it just gets jumbled up. But spending more time and attention, I think, on the photos in this particular, you wouldn't really call it a keynote, in this particular event, their Pixel event, or their hardware event for all intents and purposes, because I expect that they're also going to be, announcing new revisions to other hardware that, honestly, is not my thing. Maybe your thing, ain't my thing, ain't into the smart speaker thing, or the smart thing. Dennis! Oh, you silly man! Dennis, thank you for the super chat. That's very nice. $7 to wake up at 7 a.m. You're killing me, Dennis. Okay, Dennis, here's the thing. You just paid for my espresso tomorrow morning. That's where it's going. All right, Dennis. I'll do it. I'll be up at 7 a.m. I don't think I'll be live streaming, though. I don't think. Maybe, should I? Should I simulcast a live stream? Here, let me do this too, guys. I'm sorry. You don't need to see my face. You need to see each other. Well, that's a weird way of viewing the background there. Hang on, let me kill the background. Can I kill it? Okay, here. That was my sound effect. That's a lot better. I was trying to use the pixel background, but this is so much better. So I'm not going to be up at 4 a.m. I don't know if I want to stream it, though, at 7. Dennis, I'll come back to you, too. Dennis and I got together this weekend. He lives in the greater Seattle area, and we got together. Dennis gifted me, not only is he a supporter, super chat, and I think a YouTube subscriber as well. If you join our Discord chat, and the link will be showing up if it hasn't already in the description or in comments. If you're a YouTube subscriber, or I'm sorry, YouTube member, you can press join. Twitch subscriber or Patreon supporter, you get a special role and special privileges in the Discord server. Anyway, Dennis, thank you for paying for tomorrow's espresso. I will pay for the next espresso that we get in town. Dennis also gifted me a couple of Black Series figures. The Commander Fox, Clone Commander Fox. I will be unboxing this during TLDR. And the carbonized version of the Second Sister. Beautiful. And this box is actually in prime condition. Like, this is a really good box. So thank you, Dennis, very, very much, including for tomorrow's espresso. Okay, so these are going to be probably unboxed here during this broadcast. I don't know. How do we decide whether or not I'm going to be streaming tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.? Now that the espresso is covered. It's good espresso. So if Google spends a lot of time and attention on, I think they can and should spend more time and attention on the output, the photos, than they should on other rumored hardware additions, like the Soli from Project Soli, like where you can use gestures and wave, over the phone. Maybe there are more practical uses for it, apart from like fast forwarding a song or skipping a song or snoozing an alarm. I don't yet know. I hesitate to say, but at a distance, when I first heard about 3D Touch, I was like, that's a gimmick. When I first heard about this touchless type of experience, it's within the realm of gimmickry for me. It may come in handy if a use case is actually developed that, I can actually, like, use rather than, not thinking about it, not just picking up the device, but something where it has a practical impact on the usability without even thinking. So I hope that they spend more time and attention and have spent, more care on, honestly, what I think is a major driver for the Pixel brand for phones, the photo quality. Not camera quality, the photo quality. And I don't know if their video has necessarily improved any. It hasn't been horrible for me. I wish they would allow for a few more adjustments than they have out of the box. But, honestly, for power users, I think the Pixel is solid. For average people, or average smartphone users, which is like 99% of the planet at this point, I think the A series is more than ample. So I would hope to see, maybe not an announcement of a 4A, but at some point down the line, maybe Q1, seeing a 4A rollout. And I think if they pitch and position it that way, maybe at some point they'll be able to release them simultaneously, because it's compelling. The Pixel is a very compelling consumer electronics device experience, and it has been for 2 years. I expect it to be the same moving forward. I'm a fan of the Pixel. Hasn't been perfect, but it's given me everything that I might have wanted. Anything that I might have hoped for the time. Would I want more? Sure. Does that mean that I'm going to be angry if it doesn't come down the pike? No. You know, I've been living with the Pixel 3 for a year, so a refresh will be nice. This is my go-to computing experience for just about everything, right? It's how I stay connected, primarily. Yes, I'm sitting in front of a PC right now, but, you know, when I'm out and about, hello. When I'm, you know, on the couch, hello. So, it's with me all the time. And so I believe that the, you know, for something like that to happen, I need to have an experience that keeps up with my needs, right? And so sometimes I don't even know what I need until I have it, right? And, you know, I know some people look at, and they slag Google because, oh, look at the battery life, or oh, no headphone jack, or no external storage or whatever, but honestly, it's never really cut into my experience. My general experience has never been, I felt limited or impeded. I've definitely run into snags with software, certainly. I mean, hey, but the thing is that Google is constantly changing. They're constantly iterating throughout the year. So the Pixel 3 XL feels very much like it did a year ago, despite having Android 10 now and certain improvements. I'm ready. And once a year, I'm ready. And here's the thing. There's always going to be plenty of room for improvement with anything and everything. Like, expecting that it wouldn't be the case is, you know, not understanding technology. We're always marching forward. We're always getting, you know, we're always improving. Always room for improvement. So I expect a new Pixel. I would hope for a more responsive experience. I hope they speak to that. It's not just with the smooth settings, but like, is it more responsive? Is it not just a spec sheet? Is it not just the gigahertz, right? It's not just the amount of RAM. Like, is it more responsive? There is jutter, certainly, on the Pixel 3 XL. There was from the beginning. I would say, I'd hesitate to say less than the Pixel 2 XL, but maybe right about the same. Nothing like it was a dramatic improvement between the two. Faster, yes. More responsive? I don't know. That's something that only I can experience, like, hands-on, and I will absolutely go hands-on. I will, you know, shut up and take my money as soon as I can. That's a good reason to get up early, I suppose, to get my pre-order in. Not that it would get here any faster, unfortunately, but you know, I see frame skips on Android just as much as I see them on iOS, and the way that Google handles operations on a far more fluid basis, on a far more consistent basis in terms of fluidity than the experience I've had or the experience I've seen with iOS. And so that's, you know, that's just my perspective. That's my eyeballs, right? So I would want something more responsive for sure. 90 hertz potential battery killer. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. Like, I am plugged in. Like, when I'm in the car, I've never had a problem. Rarely, maybe, you know, getting down to 10% and having to plug in. Over the past year. Right now, I'm sitting at 82% because I keep it plugged in. I mean, I haven't had a lot of those extreme use cases, and when I'm traveling, no matter what I've got like an external battery pack, right? So that's less of an issue for me. Let me see here. Get yourself a OnePlus. Okay, here's the thing, Miguel. I have the OnePlus Pro 7 Premium Bonus Special. they all start sounding the same. The previous, like 6 months ago one, Des from T-Mobile offered it to me. He didn't even ask for a review or anything. And I've used it, but here's what stops me. The photo quality. What did I say? Like 10 minutes ago? I said the photo quality. If OnePlus just hit pause for a year and caught up with the Pixel, I would seriously consider OnePlus for sure. But what's the point of having a smooth device if the camera that you have on you is Now 10 years ago? Oh, sure, it would be an amazing photo experience, right? But today, I don't think so. So no is the answer. No is the answer, Miguel. No. And I'm not the only one saying it, and it has nothing to do with the carrier. It's their software in conjunction with their hardware. Actually, it's probably more their software, because you could put the Google camera app on a OnePlus device and it produces better photos. So it tells you everything you need to know. It ain't there. And I'm not the only person who says that. So what UI improvements do I want? I'm good on UI. Like I said, they're constantly iterating, constantly updating, which is wonderful. 6G of RAM. Who cares how much RAM you have? I don't care. This is why, I just don't care. What does it mean? That's what I care about. I don't have any issues with however much. I couldn't even tell you how much is in here. 2? Is there? I don't know. I don't care. Genuinely don't. I don't have any issue with the experience on this device. If I did, I would be looking for an alternative. See, that's the thing. I have not, in comparison to its contemporaries, experienced, pain like what would compel me to look elsewhere. That's the truth. I can't imagine steps backwards with the next gen Pixel. I can't. I could be wrong. I would be shocked. But yeah, that's my feel. That's what I feel. I was talking about jitteriness. Yeah. Make it better. Sure, that's great. But doesn't matter how much hardware you throw at it if you haven't improved the software. If the software can't keep up, what's the point? This is what Google has cracked the nut on. Honestly, it's the hardware in conjunction with the software, in conjunction with the services, and it's a balance between all three, and that's been a happy experience for me for the past 2 years, going on 3. There's a reason I'm not looking elsewhere. They haven't, by comparison, messed up that badly, if you will, right? Now, I know, again, there are people who care about the hardware. Okay, that's great. That's awesome. You care about the hardware. Ain't me. Ain't me, brah. Never will be. Never will be. Won't ever be me. Which is why you don't hear me talking about the latest hardware, because I'm like, I'm good. I don't want 15 smartphones. I want 1. That's it. It's funny. Second, see, I'm not the only one. Yeah, exactly. Great experience. That's what Google's nailed with the Pixel. It's a great experience. What phone were you talking about that was jittery? Oh God, where do I start? They all have the problem. Despite what anybody will tell you, they all have the problem. All of them. All of them. Miguel, you and I are going to have to disagree and leave it at that. I'm not here to start a holy war. I don't care what phone you use. I care about you. I don't care what phone I'm going to tell you right now. I know all those other YouTubers like, what phone do you use? Leave a comment in the description. What phone do you use? I don't care. We meet on the street. I'm not going to ask because I don't care. Now, I'll ask you if you've seen the latest Hot Wheels character cars for Star Wars, because I haven't found them anywhere in this area. Apparently, they may be at Target stores in Tacoma, but I'm not going to drive that far. I'll wait. I'll ask you that, but, you know, you're never going to hear me ask you. Ever. It's just never going to happen. Don't push it. Yeah, the Pixel book. I'm interested in that. Of course, I ordered the Pixel book, right? That's what it's called. The first one they released. I ordered it. Could not even come close to justifying the cost. Even now, on sale, I could not justify the cost. Hang on. Mammoty? I don't care. Do I care what you had for dinner? Do I care how many other people had for dinner what I had for dinner tonight? No, I don't. You know why? It's my mouth. I care about what I had for dinner. So, is this your hand? Sorry, is this everybody's hand? I'm going to ask you a question, flat out. Let me just go ahead and just burst your bubble here, because no one else has seemed to have schooled you to this point. See this hand? Is it yours? Is this your hand? I'm gonna wait for your answer. Is this your hand? How many people's hands on the planet is this hand? How many people out there have this hand right here? Answer the question. Come on, answer the question. I've given you plenty of time. One person. That's all I care about. My hand, my eyes, my mouth, my phone. You don't want it? I don't care. I don't care. You don't like Star Wars? I don't care. You didn't subscribe to Disney Plus? I don't care. You don't like playing Cuphead? I don't care. So this whole idea that nobody else is buying it, number one, is it's a little hyperbolic, don't you think? Two, I don't care. I literally do not care. If I'm the only person on the planet who wanted to clone Commander Fox, thanks again, Dennis. Mwah. If I'm the only person on the planet, so be it. I don't care. It's mine. It's me, and it's my choice. So, if it's not yours, great. I don't care. It's not your choice. I'm not asking for your choice. But it's the internet, and I'm supposed to entertain everybody and come to them on their terms. No! Look. My expectations, right? But when you throw that kind of stuff at me, man, I'm not going to take it. I'm sorry. Other people will. I don't care. I don't care. My hand. Ow! Man. I gotta watch it. That's okay. I can afford to break it now. I got a new one that'll be coming. So take it easy. Yeah, says the person who, tries to impress everybody with, oh, no one wants it. Hardly. I can scroll back and get your exact comment here, buddy. Nobody is buying a Pixel, bro. I hate to tell you, I'm one guy. One guy ain't nobody. Last I looked in the dictionary, nobody is zero. Numbers speak for themselves. Again, I don't care about numbers. Here, let me ASMR it for you. If I was the only person who bought a Pixel, I'd be happy. Truth. So come at me with something else. Come at me with something else. Go ahead. Go ahead. Come at me, brah. Is it brah or bro? Like brah if you're the surfer dude, which I am not, clearly. Yeah, Dennis, you got an Essential phone? The Essential had a shot. They just did not optimize the software for me, for what I wanted with the Essential. It improved, but it was kind of a misfire out of the gate with the software. In my experience. LG V50, I know nothing about it. Nothing. It is probably 10 points better than the LG V40. Was there one? I don't know. I have no idea. 20 better than the V30. Easily. No one else will tell you that the V50 is V20 better than the V30. That's just simple math, people. Go ahead, ask me what I think about smartphone version 10 something. Go ahead! Do it! I'll give you my answer. I'll be honest. If nothing else, man, I'll be honest with you. I'll give you the skinny. You wait until the new triangle phone. Triangle phone hates particle phone. Did you know that? Just please don't tell me I'm the only They Might Be Giants fan out there. And if I was, that's okay. I'm a super president. I have been for years, as a matter of fact. Jeff comes in with the super chat. I'm not even going to attempt your last name. 1995 Motorola flip phone. Thoughts? It was too flippy for me. I don't know. I never had one. Never had a flip phone. I can't remember. I always went candy bar. Never went flip phone. Never. Always candy bar. Loved Nokia back in the day. Yeah. So my thoughts? It flipped, man. Was that the big one? Was that the important one? I can't remember. I was never a phone guy, and everyone asks me questions that I just can't answer. I can't even begin to answer. It's sad that most people base their phone buying decision largely on camera. So you're showing your colors there, Miguel. Do I really need to explain this again, Miguel? You and I, buddy. We're okay. Hang on. You and I. We're gonna go through a therapy session, okay? If it's somebody else's life, why do you care? If it's somebody else's choice that has zero impact on you, why do you care? Why would you say something like, it's sad that most people base their phone buying decision largely on camera? Sounds like something somebody would say because their choice wasn't that great in terms of camera, but I'm just gonna go back and base it on flat fact. How much of ain't your life, bro? Ain't your phone. Move on. It's not your thing. We get it. I ain't gonna slag anybody else. Hey, you want to buy a Motorola 1995 flip phone today? Go for it. I got no problem with that. No problem. No problem at all. But don't just sit there and slag other people's decisions. Don't. Ain't having it, dude. This ain't religion. If you're treating it like religion, then we definitely got to have a deeper therapy session, buddy, because you really need to kind of get the idea that the world has many people in it and many options. The more competition we have, the better. Technology continuously improves. Everyone's going to look for something different. If you're happy because your smartphone plays Bejeweled better than somebody else's, cool! When are you going to play Bejeweled on somebody else's smartphone? Why do you care? I'm just saying, the arguments that I see constantly are just so... I'm above it. I can't... Why do you think I don't talk... Why do you think I love talking about Star Wars so much? Why? Eddie Barber did say, I want a Darth Vader themed Pixel 4. Guy can wish. I don't think it's going to happen. Samsung Galaxy is going to be doing a Star Wars licensing, I guess, in and around the Rise of Skywalker. But I have no intention on, like, actually purchasing a full-on device. I'd review it, sure. But I could not. That's too expensive for me. A smartphone, a collectible smartphone like that, that's just, it's temporal. It only holds value for a brief period of time. That's technology. It moves forward, right? I'm not going to be nostalgic about that. Pixelbook's going to be good for playing Stadia. Yeah, I'm interested in Stadia. I've got one on pre-order. The Pixelbook Go, I guess is what it might be called. This is what Billy says. Again, I'm careful about, like, boosting rumors because we don't know what's true. We have a good idea, but we don't yet know. We will tomorrow. I would go with a Pixel book. What I want is a Pixel book for $300. Anything more than that, and I'm not sure if I can justify. I can't. It's difficult for me to justify my own choice, my own usage, my own use cases. Spending more than $300 is difficult unless I could work it in to my flow. Now that said, I do work for Intel, and like I'm like, oh yeah, Intel's got Chromebooks. I know I know the guy Jason. I'm blanking on his last name. That's okay. He's not watching the video anyway. But like he does Chromebooks at Intel, right? And we're constantly talking back and forth. I'm interested, certainly in an Intel-powered Chromebook, but it's finding its place within my current workflow. Stadia may be it. I like the fact that I can play it just about anywhere. I mean, that's very freeing for me, and I like that. I like not being tethered in that sense. Sorry, there's a lot that's coming in. If I've missed anything, I apologize. I know the chat over here. So I got to read each comment to know whether or not it's worth responding to. 66 days until Star Wars Episode 9. Edward, thank you! Finally! Someone talking sense around here! Did you guys see Disney Plus today unleashed a tweet storm? Like, tweeting about all of their, all the stuff they're going to be releasing with Disney Plus? It was a cavalcade of my childhood. Like, I was just like, oh yeah, I love that movie. Oh man. I mean, when I was young, the movies were old, but I still grew up with them on the Disney Channel, back in the 80s, right? See if I can find any of the thread. I should have retweeted it. Oh man, it was nuts. Like releasing hundreds of classics. Like, it was insane. Hang on, let me see if I can find him so I can pull the title. Yeah, Goof Troop, I remember seeing, like, pop up, but I didn't watch Goof Troop. Come on. So, no one's retweeted any recently, otherwise I'd pull it up. Dang it. It was literally, it was early today, but like an ongoing series. And I can't find it. Anyway, it was amazing. Like, Disney Plus, good night. Like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. And what's great, they're not going to be removing those movies from their library, meaning you're going to have access to them, like, all the time. And I mean, I hope I can get Jedi to watch some of these old Disney movies, like, the Shaggy DA, or the Apple Dumpling Gang, or Pollyanna was great, Greyfriars Bobby. Like, I mean, just the classics. The computer who wore tennis shoes? Like, I mean, just like, unreal. I mean, man. Yeah, so that was another exciting thing that happened today. Simplicity04AT, thank you for the super chat. I don't see a comment associated with it, but thank you. Oh, come on. I'm scrolling up and down my feed, and apparently I'm the only Disney Plus fan out there. Or I missed the treasure trove earlier today. Oh, it was crazy. I read every single one of those tweets, like, looking, like, that, I should have reacted to that. That's what I should have reacted to. Well, if I can find one... Hang on. Forget it. This is what I'm doing. Twitter.com/Disney. This is what I should have done in the first place. Plus. Why didn't I think of this? Because I'm nutty, that's why. Alright, here we go. They did like a reverse chronological here. Oh, I would say... Can I... Oh man, you gotta go backwards, don't you? Twitter does not make tweet storming easy. I can't do this. I gotta go way back on the thread. I'd start from the beginning, but I can't. Anyway, Disney Plus. Wow. Wow. That was happy times. Diana asks if I'm streaming. I am. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing I promised. I would unbox the Clone Commander Fox. It's based on his name. I really wanted to go through the Disney movies. Oh. Lego All-Stars will be there. Resistance Season 1. Season 2's underway, thank goodness. A lot of originals, of course. But if you didn't grow up with the Disney Channel, I don't know if you're gonna like Disney Plus as much. Me, I'm just like, yes, any one of these movies I'd watch at a moment's notice easily. Woohoo! Thank you, Dennis. Okay, time to go big screen here. Oh, you did not comment, but thank you for bringing back TLDR. Well, you're welcome, buddy. I listen when I'm getting ready in the morning or after work. Appreciate you, sir. All love from Texas. Thank you. Simplicity. Feel free to stop by the Discord server, you and everybody else. It is hopping. The link has been populated in the chat as we've been streaming. A few people have joined over the past few minutes as I've been streaming. The Discord server, great way to connect and reconnect. And as I mentioned, Patreon supporters and Twitch subscribers and YouTube members get special privileges on the Discord server. Okay, back to Fox. Ooh, I gotta be careful. That antenna looks really fragile. Woohoo! Yeah. If you guys go through the list, you pull out your favorites of the Disney Plus stuff, and we'll talk about that. All right, let me go back to Solo. Look at it! You can't deny that's awesome! Of course, he is super articulated, like any of the Black Series figures. Not necessarily my favorite scale, but man, I love the clones. Phase 2, specifically from Episode 3, and other assorted Star Wars goodies. Okay. So the weapon stuff I'm not as into as the actual figure. Of course, I will mount the weapons. I'm not gonna do that with everybody right now, but beat that, Pixel. Oh, picture perfect. Soft goods on the tunic here. That's kind of a surprise. The visor is locked into place. Not too much of a shock, but yeah. You are a beautiful, beautiful figure. Oh, Dennis, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, you will go stand next to my Gree and Cody. Came with 3 weapons. Wow, 4. Wow, 4 weapons. That's a bonus. Like his long rifle there. Bed knobs and broomsticks, a classic. Classic. Oh. Standard issue. I put you next to Rex too. These remind me of Rex. Oh, okay, Chris, get out of the way. Pew, 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 pew. Wow, he came loaded. Hello from Ireland. Hello from Seattle. Randomly found a white box Mandalorian fig just sitting on the shelf. Whoa, Eddie! Oh man, you got lucky. I went out to Walgreens and I found one place had the second sister. This is a different one that I got on sale for $10, a Range Trooper, because these won't be available for too much longer. The second sister white box, non-carbonized edition. But it was crunched, so I was like, and then they had a Sith Trooper white box, but I already had one, so I was like, no, I'll pass. I didn't get all the first wave. I did not get all white, unfortunately, but I'm not a completist in that sense. I did get the Mandalorian white box though, like you. Another thing I saw that I didn't yet have. I've got a couple of other of these keychains. The Tetris. One of these little things. I love it. Fun to keep on the nightstand. And you can even hear it. Well, there's music playing in the background too, but... Like, it's very, very tiny. Very tiny. Very small. Not worth $20, but, you know... Especially because I can't... It's not letting me rotate or move. Wow. Looks like I'm going to have to take it back. Let me turn it on and off again. Huh. Play. Play. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. See, I should stream that. There we go. Okay, now it works. Okay. Up. Okay, you can't bank in this edition. Up. Up. Oh. It's just fun. That's what video games are all about, right? You know? Fun. Having fun. So there's another Tetris Arcade. I've got the bigger one, the LCD screen, and that one plays pretty well. But in a bind, you know? I might, you know, be able to, you know, pack it with me on a trip. Oh, wait. Yay, I got one line. Ooh, can I slide that one in there? Yes, I can. Oh, look at that. I just want to show I cleared a gap over there. I fixed it. Isn't that great? I love this. And it's a keychain, too. Not that I would, you know, use it as a keychain. I know, I should be using it for that. But, yeah, it's a little cute. These things are so cool. I don't have all of them. I don't want all of them. But sometimes when I see a Tetris something, I'm like, ooh, yeah. I'm all about that. Oh, yeah, green screen Tetris effect would be pretty neat. Let me pop back to this chat. Boop. Okay, so that's the Disney, that's the Tetris, that's the figure. The only other thing, I mean, beyond the announcements that I wanted to talk about today was a game that I started playing on Saturday evening for on the Apple TV. This came, it's a part of the arcade, and it's on the iPad and the Apple TV at least. I don't know if it's on the iPhone because I really don't use the iPhone that much. Oh, I wanted to get back to that too. The iPhone SE, next iPhone SE rumors, they're interesting, but because if you haven't seen, Apple is now rumored like Q1 2020, not just a new iPad, but potentially the iPhone SE, the next one, where they're taking the A13 and putting it into something like the iPhone 8, like something that looks like the iPhone 8. And that's what I have. I have an iPhone 8 with an A11, I think, and I haven't upgraded because I haven't really felt the need. But maybe if it was a slightly better experience, I wouldn't switch to an iPhone, but I would consider a faster iPhone experience at less the cost of a flagship. I'd consider that. I'd consider, and then selling the iPhone 8 Plus, and then just using the new iPhone SE or whatever as my go-to iPhone experience. But I would never use it as a primary, because it would be rumored not to have a notch, right? Face ID I could do without, you know, so it doesn't bother me the fingerprint thing. But looking for a better, smoother, more consistent software experience is something that I would want to see. And if the A13 can push that boundary, then I'd be certainly all in for that. So that's something that we'll, of course, get to at some point in the distant future, right? Talking about when Apple's doing their announcements, but that won't be, the next one probably won't be until 2020. But anyway, so on the Apple TV, in Apple Arcade, there's a game called Super Impossible Road. And but when I got to this PC today, I looked it up. It's not on Steam now. I guess they pulled development, but it is available. I mean, an older version's available on Android, not currently on Steam, and that kind of upset me, and here's why. Because I had so much fun playing Super Impossible Road on the Apple TV. And this is another thing. I wish I could stream it easily. Like, yeah, I can set up my phone and broadcast that way, but it's not it wouldn't be a great experience, I don't think, for anybody doing it. So I don't know about doing it that way, and I don't want to connect the Apple TV here as an input and then output. Too much to deal with. I don't have any mixers or anything like that. But Super Impossible Road. I'm loving the game. And given that it's a part of Apple Arcade, I'm just like, whoa. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be playing tonight. Yes, we will jump over and do a live broadcast on Twitch as an after show. I've promised this, so you can follow me on Twitch. However, if there aren't a lot of people watching, and I get on about maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, it's time to play Super Impossible Road on my own. Don't have to stream every game. But yeah, sometimes you do. Would Google release a Pixel 4a? Kind of covered that earlier. Probably will, but it probably won't be tomorrow, unfortunately. Toy stores closed in Northern California along with Payless shoes and a few Kmarts. Wow. Yeah, stores are closing left and right. And I still like doing toy runs. I still like getting out because you never know what you're going to find. Like today, I found some stuff that I wouldn't have found otherwise. Went looking for one thing. Okay, what you guys are going to laugh. Yeah, you want to laugh? You want a real laugh? You want to know what I drove for today? You want to know what I was excited about? To all of you who are watching, this is what excited me. Do you really want to know? This is what excited me. This is what I looked forward to more than a Pixel. I'm not joking either. Are you ready? Oh, well, I should go big screen, huh? Big Chris. A Darth Vader cookie. It's a Target exclusive, apparently. It's a Darth Vader cookie. So you can get a Darth Vader cookie for $2. I can't eat it. It's not vegan, unfortunately. I got it. Jedi might want to eat it, and she will. She'll, like, fly through it. A Darth Vader cookie. They also happened to have a cookie that's a bit more chewy. And C-3PO cookie. I have a feeling Jedi is going to eat all of these, but the Stormtrooper cookie, first order. So that's what I woke up for this morning, and I saw the inventory. I'm like, whoa, not at my store, but I had to drive on my break and get my Star Wars cookies, which now I have. And if I throw the bag, I will have tossed my cookies, which I'm not gonna do. And yes, in case you're wondering, I am going to collect that Darth Vader cookie. That Darth Vader cookie is going in my collection, for sure. Alright, let's put that there. I already showed you that. We got some pumpkin carving tools. Jedi wanted to do a Chewbacca pumpkin, so we've got it ready. I picked up some yarn, so we're gonna like glue it, and I cut it out best I could. But when I stopped by the dollar store, they had the new bags for the Rise of Skywalker. Notice Rose has been replaced by Cloud, but even better, the Knights of Ren are on it, which is wild. That is so cool. Love that bag. But you know, even more than that bag, they also had this one, and I like this one a lot more. I mean, it may not have all the characters on it, but I just like that design, right? You got Zori Bliss, you got Janna, Finn, Rose, Rey. Sorry, there is no Rose. Poe, 3PO, and Chewbacca. So, yeah, that was also for $1. I grab a few because we go through them, like that. We use them, and then sometimes I need to fix them with like super glue. But yeah, on my way to get cookies, I picked up some cheap bags. Hey, Breakpoint, good to see ya. Empire of Dreams Star Wars trilogy. You're gonna watch it on Disney Plus, probably. I watch a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, not a lot of it, but I do every so often. I think we're coming up on an hour. I don't think I had anything else to show you. Just maybe a thrift store find, brand new 6-in-1 games from the last Jedi era, I believe. Or I thought. Maybe even older. They show up at thrift stores every so often. Brand new, $5. Brand new. Never even opened. It's sealed. And this is kind of fun because you get all sorts of different, small pieces that you can do different things with. Jedi has fun. She pretends these bingo cards here are menus. Like when we pretend restaurant there, I'll do big. So she pretends those are menus. It's kind of cute. I will put you there. I'm dropping garbage left and right. I gotta put that there. I gotta clear out the garbage. I don't want to keep the garbage lying around. You gotta get rid of that. That's just garbage, right? The new stuff. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Probably not going to be broadcasting tomorrow at 7 a.m. Because I'm getting prepared for my work day. But you can expect that I will be back tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. for a regular TLDR time. So there you go. $5 a bargain for what? What was a five? What did I say was $5? Because the cookies were $2 a piece. The bags were $1 a piece. Did I get anything? Oh yeah, the game. Yes, this was $5. Sorry, you are correct. It was a bargain. Thoughts on fatherhood? Due to be a dad soon. Do your best. Ain't no right way to do it. A lot of wrong ways to do it. Just be yourself. Do your best. Don't be down on yourself. If you don't do it right, just do it right next time. Do your best. Who's Jedi dressing up for his Halloween? Diana is going to be making a pink Vader thing for her of sorts. I'm not exactly sure what she's got in her head, but that's what it's going to be. I think. Keep us posted on Google Pixel. I do plan on getting it. Yep, tomorrow night. You will know. Rose is back on select Star Wars merchandise at the Disney Store. I haven't seen any at all. I'm going to jump over to Twitch. Play a little bit of Cuphead that I put down for a little while, too. But you're more than welcome to join me there or in Discord, as I said, even when I'm not streaming something is going on over there. Just picked up the Sith Jet Trooper vintage collection figure. Who are you supporting in the Democratic primary? That's a what? You had me all the way up until the Sith Jet Trooper vintage collection. That's a real non sequitur. And now for something completely different. I happen to be incredibly progressive. So I'd be fine with any progressive candidate. I know, now I'm going to start new holy wars. Boy, I'm upsetting all the non-progressive iPhone users tonight, aren't I? Dusty. Okay. Everybody take care. I'm good to go. That's about an hour. See you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. You will have my thoughts on the Google announcements at that point. You'll know what I thought. I'm telling you, right? Here's what I'm ordering for sure. The Pixel 4 XL. Probably Pixel 4 XL 128. That's probably me. So I'll see you over on Twitch or in Discord or tomorrow night for a TLDR broadcast. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate everybody tuning in with regularity. Thank you for setting notifications, turning on notifications. Thank you for liking if you did. Thank you for subscribing, following, and all that. Thank you for all the super chats tonight if you did send a super chat. I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own, whatever they happen to be, devices. And may the Force be with you. Always.